Welcome back everyone to episode 36 of Ríos del Cielo. Today I'm going to come back to my little village out here, Pyramid Lake, excuse me, and do some more detailing. I want to take care of the hillside here first. The area where the road is to be smoothed a little bit. Throw some more trees in there. Try to keep the trees off of the steep rocky faces as much as possible. And up on top I need to put in some buildings. What I'm looking for, I think, is like a radio station building. I do believe I have a radio station. I also have a separate tower, transmission tower. Let's see what we can do. Can't have the tower too close to the blades of the wind turbines. Notice they said wind turbines, not windmills. My brain is actually functioning today.
Well, you say that.
Yeah, I think we stick a transmission tower up behind it there. We'll add what we need. A little shack attached to it. Yeah, it's out of range of the blades there. I think it should be fine. More buildings in here, probably maintenance buildings for the wind turbines. Said it again.
Well, isn't that special?
Like little workshops or something. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I think I may have to look for some substation assets. Those little tiny, well, not tiny compared to the rest of the buildings. It'll be tiny, but it's a set of transformers and what have you. Maybe even, don't know if anybody's made a battery farm asset. You would store the power from the windmills in, the excess power, or when there is no wind. That would go well up there as well. And let's see. Rotate this. That's a prop that can go anywhere. It doesn't need road access or anything. Yeah, I think that's good. The little shack off to the side there. Alright, now I want to put some railings on the windy road on the cliffside, so cars don't go careening over and exploding in balls of flames, if you would leave Hollywood. Let's see, I sort of like that old arm fence. It's decorative and less obtrusive. Speaking of assets, another asset I should look around for is a metal medians, guardrails, I should say, you have along highways. be more realistic. It's utilitarian and not decorative. Let's see, do I want to go to there? No, I want to go a little higher up. Start the fence before you hit the curve there. And now we're going to go to the outside. Yes, period key. Switch sides. And yeah, I think I want to continue that down a little bit more. So you get a little overlap on the railings there. Yeah, that looks fine. Get that out of the road. We aren't bumping into it. Get hit. Yep. It'll look like a base up there. Okay, down here we have the old problem of it. Redundant houses, little boxes on the hillside, all made of ticky-tacky. Oh. Ask not for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. Just be near the graveyard there. I want to find different houses here to stick in here, so we got a little variety going on. Yeah, that's fine. The driveway's even moved over a little bit. That's good. Let's see, what else can we get in here? Yeah. Variety. It's the spice of life. Don't know if I'd want to live by that chime going off every 15 seconds. Those were also similar houses. Alright, that little area is fine. It's just fine. The people over here using the parking lot and the pier. Some trees in here. I have a coniferous forest brush that I made. It has all the pine trees in it. I think a lake in the mountains doesn't look right unless it's got pine trees around it. Alright. Pine trees scattered throughout the neighborhood. Shrink that up a bit, see if I can get some on the edge of the road. Or I have to go in and put them in manually. All right. High school. Forgot to name it. In fact, I probably haven't named all the high schools in town. They all still have their generic name. It's always a good idea to try to remember that. Oh, I accidentally hit first person camera key. That mod has screwed up my imagery. See the little section down there, and it's not going to change anymore. I have to live with it until the end of this episode.
No, sir, I don't like it.
See if I can do this right this time. Cap locks key. Crap locks. Pyramid Lake High School. It's too bad we can't customize the field there. The text on the field anyway. I cycled through these with the Move It mod, and there's only about, I think there's 8 different fields, which is nice. They have at least 8, but then they're all the same. Go down a main street here, see what our commercial has come in all on its own. Most of those look okay. Looking for some kind of market. Supermarket. Well, not a supermarket. This is a very small town. They don't need a supermarket. I think that's too large. Too large. Something small. Homey. Yeah, that's a nice one. It's a corner though. Like that other building. I need something for the corner to read. So I think I'll put in a little parking lot next to it there. Yeah, that's better. It's a little cut edge corner there. Works with the parking lot. This thing out here doesn't really have any reason to exist. I'll get rid of it, see what grows in its place. See if I can do something about cleaning all these up, making them look nice and right. It's the post office. See the fence going around the back. Ideally the trucks will go around to the back there, so I need another curb breaker to go through there. Here's the spawn points that you can move once you get a little road put in there. Figure out sort of clustering these items together. See that parking lot needs to be lined up with the building there. We need a curb breaker. That's for the post office. It's not a road, it's more of a driveway. Yeah, that looks good. Now these guys, get them lined up together. Select them both and move them off from the post office. We can put some trees in on that little grassy strip, separate them. We can move the parking lot back from the road a little bit. Alright, that looks pretty good. Post office. Tweak that a little bit. That looks like it's lined up pretty good on the road there. Make sure our turn here is closer to the fence line. There's the other node. Right about there. Great. Now we can set the spawn points up back by the loading dock. For the spawn and despawn. And get them pointing in the right direction here. Great. Now the generic spawn point out front for garbage trucks and taxis and what have you. I think I'll put that next to where they're parking there on the other side. So I need a little more room here. And if that clinic is going to be up next to the police station, got to share that fence. I'm going to have to put another break in there too. See, nobody's going to drive their cars to park in there like that. At the clinic. Yeah, I think that'll work for the public side of the post office. I'm going to move that up into there. Since it's already got its parking, I'm not going to add a parking lot there. We need to make sure traffic passing by is not stopping and just going through. Those guys are yielding. Country Road has no crosswalks there anyway. Always remain to set that up so all the other vehicles don't use it for turning around. Seems to work too. Only people using the parking there actually go in there. I like it. Okay, the fire department. I have to move it off so we have room to put a access road for the clinic. Anarchy collision, yes. All right. Going that up that little access road. Say driveway, more of a driveway than a road. Fire department, move that off more. Like the fence to be sort of lined up there, which it is. Sort of treating that whole block there as a whole unit. Clinic and fire department. Move that up there. And make sure the yield coming in there and people in the front go right through. And no turnarounds.
Excellent.
Moving right along, this little fire department here has got a open bay there with tire tracks. That's a good place to stick her curb breaker. Call them curb breakers. There's no curbs here anyway. This is such a rural road. We can sort of level that off a bit. Yep, looks great. Put the spawn despawn inside the building there. Okay. Muscle memory kicking in. Done it so many times. Okay, that's looking good. Good little door there. I have to fix this intersection. Needs a little loving. It's a bit too severe. Plus you need to clean the nodes up like node ends. There you go. It's nice and smooth. Need to do the same up here. Clean up the nodes. Spread them out a bit. It's great. Yeah, it does give the air of a small lakeside town. So you gotta get the garbage dump fixed up the same way. Just add a curb breaker there. It doesn't have to be the same width or anything. There's a truck. It's probably already been on its way, so it won't go in here. Okay, let's move its spawn point inside. Don't know why they don't do this automatically. It does make the whole thing more realistic because of trucks. Much more realistic if they come down here and actually go in there like that. Plus, it keeps them off the road where they tie up traffic. Now I want to put in a connection between this highway and the logging road up there. This will give them a quick way of getting stuff to export, since we have the shipping terminal down there and it has a rail line, so cargo rail. So if I can give them a nice shortcut across that mountain ridge, I think things will be nice. This gives a second way in and out of town there. Matter of getting these hooked up and back these off a little bit. And drop it down to ground level. Great. Same thing here. Okay, reverse it. Extra special good. I'll use the hookup tool, even though it's a very short distance. I don't want it to be exactly a straight line. We can add those little curves on the ends, sort of smooth things out. Yep, right about there is fine. See, it has that little curve. It. That's what I sort of like about this tool. As you can see, it's giving you independent curves on both ends. Just looks a lot smoother. You don't have to go back and mess with the nodes to get it exactly right. Okay. I put in my lane mathematics that this particular interchange should already have, but it doesn't. And up at the top too. There's only 2 coming in, 2 going out. Doesn't need to be 3. Alright, I think I want to put a tunnel through this, because there is a mountain ridge between that road and the highway down below. So I'm going to use the real 2-lane real tunnel asset. I sort of like those. You follow the vehicles using a first-person camera, you can actually see it go through the tunnel instead of into the twilight zone. Yeah, nice one long smooth curve. Yeah, I did exactly what I wanted. Quelle surprise!
I spoke French.
Okay, now we gotta get our 2 lanes down to 1 lane. Merging. I think that'll work. Get the nodes cleared up there. Yeah, that'll do fine. Just gotta go through and adjust the slopes and the slopes on the individual nodes so they don't have those plateaus in them. Keep getting there. Just smooth things out there. Nice. Yep, slope that one. Looks good. Slope the node that's just inside there. Yeah. Same on the other end here. Boom. Looks good. cut in the mountain there is a little severe, but you can fix that with a smoother. Get this intersection cleaned up. Alrighty then. Looks good. There's a truck going into the tunnel there. Let's follow him. First person. Since our screen's already screwed up. See, it's not screwed up when you go into first person mode. The whole screen is being used, but you come out, little bar at the bottom, and all grunged up. Yeah, that's actually a very nice tunnel. It's all one long smooth swoop. Remember that for the future and use the squiggly road tool. Get nice smooth things going. This guy's going out of town. It's fine. Exporting some wood products. This guy is going towards town. Into warehouse 1, which doesn't tell me a lot. Well, it tells me that there's a warehouse that hasn't got a proper name on it. I gotta fix that one of these days. I'm assuming it's down here at the shipping yard. Yeah, it's going down there. Yeah, this place needs a little work. It's a little sparse at the moment. We need some offices and some foliage. It's going into the warehouse. Yeah. Alrighty. I want to take care of this entry into town. It's always bothered me a little bit. You can see the that road turning into the rural highway down sort of halfway there. I think I'll use the whole length of that and make a smooth connection. Using the rural highway, and that'll start up at the intersection there. Nope, that one there. There you go. Same thing here. Great. Looks just about right as it is. It's got that little curved section there. Maybe do a little tweaking on it. Come on, select a node. Yeah, that looks better. There's an extra node in there that's not needed. That's perfect. Very nice. Okay, well, I think that's it for today. As always, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.